Seriously guys, how much money do you need to have before you start Shopify dropshipping? Okay guys, so here it is. How much money do you actually need when you're starting Shopify dropshipping? So this is what I feel like most people aren't actually talking about or going into enough detail about. So I'm going to be reading to you guys what I personally think you need in order to start Shopify dropshipping and what I actually started with. So first of all, the honest answer is really, it varies a lot on how serious you are and how much you are planning to make with Shopify dropshipping, and how dedicated you are for it to work with you in the long term as well. And the reason I say that is because if you're very dedicated in making dropshipping work for you in the long term, and you're committed to it and you're willing to invest up front, then you could probably go buy a really expensive course and loads of expensive softwares, and follow like Instagram tools to build up your pages and stuff. But if you're not that dedicated, you just want to, dip your feet in a little bit and see how it is. You won't put in that much upfront, if you know what I'm saying. So you could be absolute visionary and spend a lot of time and money in just education. So like buy a $3,000 course and on all aspects of dropshipping, and just get the most expensive apps. So you're just buying up the most expensive apps because you think they'll work the best, which is not necessarily the case, but people with deeper pockets might be thinking that. Or you could just be a broke person, which I'm just assuming that most of us starters are, and you just want to get by with the lowest amount of upfront costs as possible and want things to go as easy as possible. And I don't exactly blame you guys for coming in with that mentality, because that's what I wanted. I want low upfront costs, and I just wanted to make quick money with a free trial and just leave it. So really it does depend on that, but I'm going to break it down a bit more for you guys in this video. So either way, here are some of the essentials you need. So these are what you absolutely need. So if you're a noob, a full-on noob, which is if you have 3 months or less experience in e-commerce in general, and really I would be putting this at 6 months, but really I'm just going to say 3 months for the time being, you have to buy a course. It's a must. It's just a must. I mean, if you have no idea what e-commerce is, there's no way you're going to succeed if you need to get your head around certain things before you actually start Shopify dropshipping. And I highly recommend a course. I would say a $500 course. I mean, there's some $3,000 courses, there's some $200 courses, some $400 courses. So really, the average would be $500. And really, the deeper pockets means more valuable courses. You could probably go out there and get a Becker's HCOM 2020 course for $1,500 or something. But really, the average you would spend on a course is $500. But that's only if you're a full-on noob. But even if you do know stuff about e-commerce a little bit, I still recommend getting a course so that because you guys are getting loads of this valuable content on YouTube, and you think it's all free and you don't value it as much. But really, if you pay for that content and you put a price tag onto it, then you value it so much more and you actually take into action. So that's why I feel like courses are a great thing, and you don't want to get free courses because you don't value things as much. So I personally didn't buy a course until I was 3 months into Shopify dropshipping, and I did have quite a bit of e-commerce knowledge. I was in e-commerce for at least a year by then, but I didn't buy a course until I was 3 months in. But here's what you absolutely need, okay? A Shopify plan, a basic Shopify plan is $29 a month. Times 3. The reason I said times 3 is because 3 months is the average learning curve before you actually see results. If you're new to Shopify dropshipping, I mean, if you're experienced with e-commerce, you'll probably see results, a month, a week, probably not a week, but probably a month. If you're a total noob, you might only see it in 6 months. But 3 months is a typical learning curve when you start seeing results, start getting sales, making some profit. So during that time period, you have to have your Shopify store open, okay? You can't just skip from free trial to free trial like I was doing. And that's the mistake that I regret making. So $29 for 3 months, that's $87 over there on the Shopify plan. Next is a simple autoresponder, so you know the add to cart, abandonment cart autoresponder, which you really need because let's just say you're getting 100 add to carts abandoned every single month, and you could be making at least 5 to 10 sales from those abandoned carts. So you really need this. It's so cheap. It's only $10 a month, so $27 for the 3 months, and really you're making so many sales of this. So making money off this. You don't exactly need this as soon as you start, but as soon as you decide to buy an influencer post or start on Facebook, I say download the autoresponder, the abandonment cart emailer, and yeah, $27 for 3 months, but you're making money of this. So this eliminates itself and makes you profit instantly. So that's okay. Next is the conversion improvement upsell apps. Okay, so you know there's conversion improvement apps such as Ali Reviews, which builds up trust. There's Cartquake, which makes more people want to click the add to cart button. There's so many apps like that. There's Horify, and then the upsell apps include Zipify one-click upsells. There's add to cart button upsells. So there's different apps like that, which I highly recommend you guys looking into. You just find which ones you like the best, and I use a couple of them, to help improve my conversion rate. Because let's say if you have a 2% conversion rate, and if you get all these apps for only $30 a month, you get a 3% conversion rate. Let's say you're sending 10,000 people over to your site. So let's say 2% times 10,000 is 200 sales. But with a 3% conversion rate times 10,000 equals, you get an extra 100 sales with just that 1% in conversion rate increase. So 100 sales times, I don't know, $10 profit is $1,000 back. So you're making much more than the simple $30 a month back. So I put $90 for 3 months, but really you're making profit off this and making profit off this. So really this price eliminates itself. Can't spell right. So the price that it's on this basically eliminates itself, because as soon as you start seeing traffic, this will help you generate sales. So it eliminates itself really. So you can basically write that all off. All you have to worry about is a Shopify plan. But $87 there, 27 here, 90 there. I just put it as $200, which is not that much. I mean, it's really less than $100, but I'm just gonna, keep it a bit more real for you guys. So marketing. I would say marketing is where you have to put the most amount of money, time, focus, and energy into. So you should have at least $500 ready to test out your marketing and your approach, okay? So your approach being, are you going to go for Reddit, are you going for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or, Quora, or Pinterest, or whatever it might be, okay? So deeper pockets mean the better. So if you have $1,000 ready, then that's great because you get to learn more, you get to test more, and you have more of a opportunity in the way to find winning products. Although that doesn't always give a show, but yeah, the deeper pockets are the better. So if you do have $1,000, then it is better. But remember, this is all a learning process. So from the mistakes you make in your marketing, you can correct them next time. And build off of it, and you just learn from it. Okay, so let's say if you put a 50% off mega sale blue icon on your post, and on the next post you write add link in bio 50% off, and you get a higher conversion rate on that second post. Well, you obviously now know to use only that type of caption, or that's what you should be putting on the post. So it's always a learning process, and you'll be building off from the mistakes you made. And the $500 is a really reasonable amount to start off with. So here's a strategy I would approach it with, and I wish I had approached it with, but this is what I'm doing now. Okay, so you test out 10 different products. Okay, very simple. You test out 10 different products. Remember that number. You do two different posts, okay, not the same identical post, which is the mistake I made. You have to do two different posts, remember, same product, but two different posts on two different influencer pages. So maybe you can do post A on the first page, and post B on the second page. So from that you can tell, okay, is the post working, or is the influencer working, or is it the post that's not working, or this influencer that's not working, okay? So you get a more of an idea of, is it the product wrong, or is the influencer wrong? So that's why I say two different influencers, because sometimes you might have a really good product, but your influencer has just basically killed it because they've got a bad page. Sometimes it's about to do with the post. Your post is really bad. That's why two different posts, two different pages is what works. So make sure you do proper research and analyze the competition before throwing money in, okay? So what I see some people do is they just go to the biggest page they know and they throw $100 in for an 8-hour post and they get no sales. And they say, oh, I just lost $100. I thought I would make my money back. Well, really, you should be way more smarter than that, because you should be going to smaller pages who only charge $15, $10, $20 for a post and testing it there first. And if you get a couple of sales, then good. You just go on to a bigger page, and that's how you scale up. So start small, 100 to 300k follower page, and $15 per post, and 2 posts like that. So be willing to spend $30 per product before eliminating it. So let's say you did the 2 posts on the 2 different influencer pages and same product, and you got no sales. So yeah, you just cure that product. It's probably just the product if it's like that. So that's, you do that with the 10 different products, $30. That's $300 right there, okay? So if you've done your marketing correct and your research, by then, after testing 10 products, you've probably found at least one product that works. And you built up some pixel data. So, when you get sales, you build up that Facebook pixel data, which you should have installed onto your site. And now you can go try advertising on Facebook. So you should be willing to lose that $300 even if you haven't found a winning product, because it's just about time, you strike the gold with the next post. Because think about it, you tried 10 products and you've done proper research, and it's really super unlucky if you haven't found a good product by then, unless if you're going into a watch niche and you think that you're going to get super rich by selling these $1 AliExpress watches, which is very unoriginal. But yeah, so you can build up some pixel data and go try it on Facebook. And yeah, be willing to lose the $300 because you could strike gold on the 11th product you test out, okay? So then really play around with Facebook and see how it works. So have at least $200 for that. I mean, from that you can create a couple of different campaigns. You can see how purchase campaigns work for you. You can see how, let me just spell that right. You can see how lookalike audiences work for you. You can test add to cart campaigns. You can test initiate checkout campaigns. You can test out traffic. You can test out engagement. You can test out all these things. See how it goes for you. See which one's getting you sales, and just move on from there. So the total for marketing spend would be $500. The store totals for the 3-month period, which is, this is very unreasonable. It should be only $100, but I'm just going to put it as 200 because the money you're making back from the add to carts and the upsells should be eliminating all your costs in anyway. But still, $200 there, and the educational and development totals. And that's if you want, but if you're a noob, you have to get this. It's $500. So really, you should have 700 to 1.2 grand in your bank account when you start Shopify dropshipping. But let me just tell you guys what I started Shopify dropshipping with. Okay, so what I started dropshipping with, I had around $500 in my PayPal account, which I made from some affiliate marketing I did in the past on YouTube and some influencer posts. I did use influencers before that. I didn't buy any course. I didn't have anyone's course. And I just played around with influencers and went from free trial to free trial on the Shopify stores for months. So I think I ended up, was on my 9th store before I actually decided to keep one. And they were all 21-day free trials because I had a special link for that. So yeah, I spent a couple of months just on these free trials, playing around, buying some Facebook influencer posts and seeing how it went. Didn't make much money. They didn't really make any money. And I lost around $300 on Facebook ads. Actually, that's pounds. So that's around $400 on Facebook ads. And I ran away from that because, I was scared and I didn't know what on earth I was doing. So I just went full-time Instagram influencers, and I decided, okay, here's my strategy. First of all, I'm gonna go, do these, test these products on these smaller pages, then scale to these bigger pages, build out my pixel, and then only return to Facebook, which I'm just starting to do right now. And then as I got better, I bought a course and I got higher quality apps like Ali Reviews, which leaves reviews. I had to pay for overload because I was getting more than 50 orders a month. I had to pay for Zipify one-click upsells and Cartwork and stuff like that. So really, I started with $500, and that doesn't go to say that you can't start with $500. But really, I've had 2-3 years, maybe 1.5 years in e-commerce and selling stuff. So I knew I was fairly familiar with all these type of things. So this is what I personally think you should be starting with, 700 to 1,200. But you can start with $500 and still make a lot of money from it. But you should always be looking to grow and improve and get better and really have a long-term vision for yourself. You don't want this to be a get-rich-quick scheme. You want this to be a get-rich-for-sure scheme. So, as long as you work hard at Shopify, you're dedicated, you don't do that free trial thing, and you actually pay for your store and you're willing to invest this upfront, then, the success will be yours. And most people can't even get past that free trial. So if you're past that, then you're already successful. And I didn't put up another thing here. You have to buy a domain also. So let's just add it here. So total is $201. You can get a $1 domain, $1 domain at 1 and 1, and it just simply integrates with Shopify. So you can get it from the Shopify store, and you can get it from the Shopify domain store, but I just got mine from one and one, and it's only $1 for a year. So okay, $201 store total. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna jump back into real person mode to talk to you guys a bit more. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned a lot from it, and that's what I personally think you need in order to start Shopify dropshipping. And if you have less than that, then I really wouldn't suggest Shopify dropshipping isn't for you, because you have to be willing to put up that. It's not even that big of an amount if you think about it. Really, you just have to be willing to put that up in order to get started and really get going. So yeah, everything takes money, okay? It is hard, and you just have to be willing to lose that money. Even if it's a loss, you know that you've learned something from it. So it's not really a loss if you think about that. I mean, there's a book called Sometimes You Win, Sometimes You Learn. This is always a learning process, okay? So don't think that you're losing money when, you just wasted it on an influencer. Because really, you're learning. You learned that, okay, these influencers, sketchy people, or never play through friends and family, and most of the things I'm revealing to you guys in this channel will help you out and save you a ton of money. You just need to listen to it. Really, watch all these videos and understand. But your goal should also be to save money, because you have to spend the money either way. As I said before, if it was easy, everyone would have been successful with Shopify dropshipping. So you actually want it to be hard, because you want that success to come to you, and you're willing to put in that 1 month or 2 months or 5 months of work just to get this going. So really, that's it for this video, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to join the family by hitting this subscribe button over here and hit the cool looking notification bell icon so you're notified every time I release a new awesome video. So that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave it down below, and I'll be responding to every single one of them. And you can also hit me up on Instagram DM, AlexPhilip_1, and that's it, and peace.
Gotta get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time up late at night. You gotta get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by.